I love Counter-Strike. Do you like Counter-Strike, Cole?
I love Counter-Strike.
Well, then we've got some Counter-Strike for you. We've got to. Into the B site they go. No hesitation here. Straight on in. It's a little bit of a retake setup for Badass as well. Ooh, there's the spot. Elk gonna take two. Flashbang ineffective as they tried to accelerate that retake, and this one's looking like it could be a Dunzeroni. Shane gonna try something with the dualies here. But this one's looking like settled history as far as I'm concerned, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, they just blasted them out of the server right there. That's a nice little deep CT smoke and a couple people following it up right there with the aggression in it. Felt like Badass Gaming started to arrive a little late to the party there, trying to get through that smoke because of how quick Rocket was moving forward here. So, great start to this T side. Again, I was going to say, you know, getting off to a good T-side start is probably going to be even more key right now if you want to get some big leads rolling, especially on this map. And oh, the increased bomb radius also catching a couple by surprise right there. So everyone falls on Badass.
Hey, folks, if you're trying to figure out where you can save from the bomb in CS2, the correct answer is look at the minimap, find the furthest spot away. About 60% chance you live there. Crazy these bomb radiuses.
Yeah, you just gotta get as far away as possible if you've been hit once. It's really rough for the CT side, I feel like.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think the idea is to discourage saving, which it may do, or it may just encourage players immediately once they realize the round's not in their favor, sprinting on a marathon to try and save a gun. We'll see. We got the numbers here towards A. Obviously not the weaponry. See, these pistols can make things interesting. Flashbang actually not really helping out Elk, but his teammates certainly will. One kill back the other way, but these have been some quick rounds. Rocket living up to their name. Nearly goings. And you already know there is no space that Frankie could save, even if he wanted to, with his USP. So into mid he goes, and into death.
Fast as can be right there, Rocket. Jumped themselves up to 2, not too bad. Great start for their T-side campaign, but of course, with that full eco coming through, you're going to get those buys right back for Badass. They're getting that third round purchase on in. No real investment in that last. They'll afford that much here, so into a good spot here. Project 90's gone for the full belt of utility MP9 buy here. I respect that dedication there to his team, and I do wonder what he's going to do with this utility as well.
Stag towards B early. Playing the 1-1-3. Clearly anticipating the good old AB call.
Textbook.
And it looks like they're right now, Cole.
Got a whole lot.
On.
And they're going to start to lock it down there. Elk's going to find itself a nice little entry there, but Snav's got support. And like you said, they were right on the money with the amount of resources they had on that site, but they do fall to pieces pretty quickly. And we've got ourselves a 2v2 and what could be a post plant pretty soon.
This is going to be tough, though, getting the bomb planted. That's the real challenge right now. They don't know where these players are coming from. The resmoke, all right, that's huge. Droid able to get that down. Amia on the server. Still not really sure which one he wants for that.
Figured it would have changed, by now to one or the other on like HLTV or something, but it just hasn't budged. They're really not planting this bomb, though. They're super cautious.
They're leaving?
And they are going to
No way. No way Nero's rotating. No, he just thinks he wants to catch a player cave. And okay. Oh, Droid pulling the trigger. Oh, no. Gonna get run down, gonna get hunted down and eliminated what could have been. But at least he confirms that both players are there, so Nero will be able to get a bomb plant. If he gets a kill, I mean, what do you even do if you're Badass, right? You're one player who's stuck. Doesn't know which site to hit. Yeesh. That's a bit unfortunate there for Droid.
I'm gonna be quick on this retake as well here, but again, there's a chance 35 bullets in that Galil could lock in a couple of cheeky kills. He's playing in a really good spot right now with how quick Badass are moving on into this round here. We'll see if he's able to lock it in. There's coverage, but that's an instant find right there onto Frankie, and no trade available just yet for Shane. He does have a kit. There's a smoke on top of the bomb. There's a tap there. A couple spams for the smoke will at least get the vision that no one's on it, but a nice little bait out there from Shane will confirm the kill and the round there for Badass. They locked themselves in the first gun round here.
Dude, it's a bit of a Pyrrhic victory, though, right? Yeah, you took such heavy losses. But this next round's going to take on extra import. Drop it around, make it work. But for Rocket, there's a chance. Limitations on Droid, but otherwise, if they can crack through, you know, maybe get... Oh, he goes for the Deagle. I was going to say maybe a Mac 10 go for one of those swifter plays they've been liking. The question of how this one's going to work out. Curious if they slow the pace at all.
Seen Badass take a pretty passive control of middle for a CT side, which oftentimes is pretty default standard. You have 2 players to try and establish that control here. Instead, they just commit 3 players towards B rather consistently. They're going to do that once again. And Dare's going to get himself down the ramp here with a flashbang. Commit. It will be a conversion onto Elk there. Got caught. Left between a wall and his teammates there, but the nade for the smoke and the kill straight through it. Snap gets straight and break back and put ourselves into a 4v4 there early, which can favor that T side a little bit.
It's a really nice setup. Talk about it in a moment. Player shifting in the red room going to be interesting, right? Okay, so the CT side setup, right? They smoke the doors. Immediately, the flash comes through in the same breath. The whole idea is to catch that one player out wandering by the cubby. They do exactly that. The problem is the commit afterwards to trying to hold the ground. If they just leave back in the 5v4, you've got such a big advantage. But now you got Project 90 with a really awkward fight. That's not where you want to have an MP9, and now it's going to be the pressure, the squeeze in towards B. Marcus getting forward on this one. Making a lot of noise. I mean, they certainly know. You can see the CTs are trying to rotate through, but the kill's still going to go. Project 90 dropped down. And now it's chaos on the site. Need to hunt this cave player, nearly get him. Just missing on the timing.
His barrel might be spotted here. They do catch him eventually towards cave there. He doesn't give a chance for another trade as well here. Shane moves forward through short, but coverage on towards long. There's a double up and a nasty crossfire that they have to cross through here. Nero does give up a frag there, but there's one more still waiting for them here. That crossfire finally does strike their Joy with a big kill, and Frankie will trade, and it's another 1v1 clutch that does come through here for Badass. That's going to keep the rounds rolling here, but I imagine we're going to continue to see these two teams duke it out with these force buys.
You'd imagine. Money's getting worse for Rocket, but certainly they got to chase it. It's 2 prime an opportunity with back-to-back 1-man alive rounds. Big question early on. What are they going to do? They're going to take a timeout. Talk it through. I like the presence of mind to at least take the timeout here. You know, based on our history of watching these teams, timeouts, not always a thing they've been known to use a lot of. So making it work on the economy, figuring out how they can maximize every dollar here. They are going to risk it.
We got the ump in the server here right now for Droid.
I'm telling you, it's king in 2.
You're a believer in this in 2, and so
I hated
is
the ump
Droid.
and go. The ump was objectively worse than the MP9. I still think the Mac 10 is very good, but I do think the MP9, for whatever reason, feels a lot less usable in current CS2. Maybe that's just placebo. Maybe I'm just Garbo. But it's not been singing for me.
I'm just saying, I'm ditching the Tech 9 in 2 as well. I feel like it's nowhere near
Tech?
as good as it used to be.
No, I like the tech. You think?
I think so. I think I'm sticking with the Deagle on T side nowadays.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is
Really
about it. I
crafting.
feel like the random headshots don't come through as much as they did on Go, believe it or not.
Controversial. Since it seems like random headshots came to the game here too. Play in towards A. Donut seized. And Badass really softened the defense of Donut. That's cheeky. Jumping into the angle, jumping into the fight, and winning the spray. Ops under pressure, but the rotations are quick. Very quick for Shane, but trying to look off the flash. They'll get caught. Now things get real weird. There's no world where they expected Dare to be out on that one. Great initiative taken there from Dare. Going to take command of the round. They would have thought he'd slink back in towards Temple, right? But offsets expectations. Flies into the fight. And Badass pulling the lead. And most importantly, keep 3 alive. Deny the bomb plant as well. Now the economy game is very much favoring them.
Now that right there, yeah, it's exactly the round that you need to start boosting up that CT side economy here. You don't allow for a bomb plant as well, so you finally breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. You know, you're not going to go up against the Galeals, the UMPs that can be so threatening, and things of that nature there. So it's going to be, you know, potentially a little bit easy. You still have to convert in a round like this, but they do great utility damage early here. They set the tone. More being tossed on out there. The Deagle's trying to find for some opening picks, but met by a smoke there. Some diligence done, showing some success. Find some kills elsewhere as well. Snav in and out. The frag doesn't stick around for farming those sweet, sweet ecos. And, well, he does repeak. Gotta get it in. Gotta get the repeak in there to lock in another eco, and that cost him his life.
Gotta have it be peeky. Gotta make it happen. Loss been made of the difficulty holding angles. This current iteration of the game. I haven't dove into the... Cole, have you tried any of this aliasing? The people that's been going around?
No, actually Jackson was telling me it last night that it's the new hip thing, and I don't think I could be bothered with it.
It's interesting. It's an interesting concept.
I feel
Basically,
like it's way past my pay grade of CS knowledge and knowledge of what on earth is going inside a server. For me to care that much. And I feel like if you're at that point, you're overthinking it already.
It's very possible. It is very possible that it's overthinking it, but it is interesting to see, honestly, just that there's that much ability to alter your game experience from the client side, that much is accessible from console. Right? Feels quite interesting. But, you give CS players a few commands and they'll paint you the Mona Lisa, so... Yeah, there's going to be any masterpieces in this round here, Cole.
One of the really cool things about Go is that there's so much customization. But I like that Badass have been able to play a very fluid and adjustable CT side so far. We talked about a little bit of the lack of mid presence that they've been throwing out, but this time they have a little bit more reinforcements. They have more resources there. Now, it does soon fade. But at least it was good to take that early control to keep Rocket from establishing that ground early. And it certainly conditioned them to maybe play a more passive game when it comes to those mid-fights. And then they adjust towards B. So if this is where Rocket want to end, they're going to have to break through a pretty heavy crossfire right now.
Backing off of it, though. Gonna give this a different look. There's still a minute on the clock. Could get a probe towards mid, which... as we've talked about, very soft. A lot of room being allowed. It's just Dare holding it with the big green, to be fair. But from Donut. Seems like it's going to be the A-popper, though. Not looking to overcomplicate this.
Still two players here that can defend, which I think is going to be a bit of a challenge here for Rocket to break past, especially if they don't have a mid lurk. If they're not drawing any attention away from mid, this is going to be two eyes trained in, so they better have the right utility to get past these two individuals. And as you can see, Dare instantly reacts by moving his way forward.
Problem is this Donut smoke. The off basically can't come into play. He just needs to try and stay alive. The rifle fighting around the edge of it. This is bold. Shane is going to be able to get one, though. And the rotation is so swift. Time being short, they know they need to deny it. Shane's done his work. Shane has done his work, but critical kill at a critical juncture. Through the smoke goes one. And Droid punishes. Good for more, and the round will split the way of Rocket. Thought Shane might have done enough, but his teammates just can't follow up.
Yeah, that was a fantastic round right there from Shane. He finds two on the anchoring, and they had quick rotations coming through. It was a really telegraphed execute from Rocket, but no one was able to deny the bomb plant. No one was able to stop them from punching in the digits. I mean, you saw Droid try, but what's he gonna do pushing an op with or pushing a smoke with an op? He's not gonna succeed there. So big shock right there, and the loss for Badass. We are no longer gonna see the tilt buys of old. Of some of these teams in particular, because you can now sell. So like you have that split second purchase, and then you have the rethink ability to adjust and maybe sell your guns and calm down a little bit. So I will say, actually, Badass is a team that doesn't go for as many force buys, or like you saw them second round full eco. And that was the thing with them before Go as well. They never were a big force buy team, even with good individuals.
A footstep from Aleph, I think. So that might be telegraphing this just a little bit. Dare's going to punish. Has that information. Here's the swings in, but with Project 90 falling, this round should be fine. You'd imagine Shane wants to save this gun. Getting a lot closer than I'd honestly expect. And there we go. Okay. Voice of reason has whispered in his ear.
He's got 4K, though. Think about the KD you could gather here.
Yeah. Frankie, not so much though. A drop gun be a nice difference maker for Frankie.
That's true, yeah. Get it back there. I think Frankie was the one that purchased it. It's a nice skin.
UB. On the finely vein of anime skins.
Yeah. A little flashy for my taste, but you know. Terrorists win. Be safe. No one close by to hunt.
Does it say? It says I love skins on the butt of that skin.
Does it?
Talk about bigging up your own stuff there.
Oh, we said we loved Counter-Strike at the beginning of this game.
That's true. We do big up our own stuff. You got me there, Cole.
Yeah. It's a niche within a niche right there. He loves Counter-Strike. He loves skins even more. We'll see if they can keep things up here. Keep the ball rolling here on Rocket. They found some gun round success here on the T side, which is good news. They needed that. They found 2 in a row there. Aggressive here. Taking the elevated angle. They take some great mid control so far. Again, they have the resources here to use it, but almost a trade, almost a double from Elk to answer back, to respond quickly, but instead, it's going to be Badass just furthering their advantage.
A little bit too target-rich an environment, right? Does catch the player going down red. It's caught. It's dead. Nero down for the count. Droid might just try and make this expensive by likely coming into the next. Obviously, it'd be great if he could find a plant somehow, but can't say I fancy his chances. One thing I'm noticing, small little detail with our HUD right now. Obviously, some things are going to need to be fixed and updated as we have the new game. Every thrown grenade is an HE when it's flying across the map.
Take a look at where the spawns are, because you know how they move the spawns even further back to the CT side, making it a little bit more difficult. Look at them now. They're off the map right now. The CT side, interestingly enough.
They've hacked the Matrix.
How'd they get there?
How'd they do that? Exploits. Gaben. Reported.
Ooh, got the flips right there.
Oh, keeping it going.
Nice.
He stopped.
It does have to, you know, focus up on the round there, get some utility drop down. Maybe that util is going to hint as to where their end goal is going to be. I mean, the 4 players with the bomb also kind of hint there as well, and a little missed opportunity right there with the op shot rattling off and a flashbang to force him off the angle. That's a lot of information there. An opper going for an early pick right there, some utility thrown early. See if they're prepared for this sort of execution power that Rocket are getting ready to throw at them.
They getting active here in Cave? Seems like they are. Maybe going for a little bit of a peeky poo, but the timing has just been missed. Walking in towards the site, our Rocket now pressuring the player back line. 1-for-1 trade there is actually ideal. 2 players are locked into Cave. They can't really do anything about this. Bomb's gonna go down. Big question is what's Aleph gonna do with this mid lurk? No one's rotating this way, right? He's been trying to hold and punish the rotate, but he needs to get a schmoove on. He's gonna be able to help his teammates out. Seems to be the direction he's headed. And Aleph actually gonna get the better of the Cave player. That's huge. That's a big one on. Pressure on to Shane, who gets traded. Well done there. Aleph getting a kill, setting up the second, all but securing the round for his team. Gonna nod up the scoreline at 5. And I mean, Dare, we've talked about the danger of the bomb radius. Gotta be wary. Doesn't want to get tagged down here. Even if it's not a kill from the Rocket side, it might be enough to take him out of play.
This is a great B side there. I mean, great execution power onto that B side. I love the way they were able to, you know, quickly target it. Like you said, that 1-for-1 trade was much more than enough to get you into that site, get the bomb planted. And then you also had that long lurk from the left who was ready to, you know, strike in towards middle. A very patient play from him, but, you know, activating just in time. So fantastic look right there coming through from Rocket. And 1 saved AWP. There's not a whole lot of tools here. Unless Dare's going to be the one taking a lot of priority here. We have a little bit of a run smoke landing in towards Donut early on, so I think it's also a missed smoke. A little too deep right there, but it's still punished anyways, so Hero is able to... Marcus is able to find the kill and lock themselves in a little bit of ground.
Yeah, I think Marcus is R2D2J.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Maybe that's what's going on here.
Ooh.
We're figuring it out. Dare. Taking what looked to be done business, making it a little more interesting here. 2 quick kills coming through. There's a world where they just try and save these. Keep the big green up in the final round. That seems to be the world they want to live in. But I mean, Rocket getting 6 rounds here, T-side. This is a good half. This is their map pick, reminder. You gotta be pretty pleased with this, with the chance to lock in one more.
Yeah, they also lost 4 gun rounds in a row there. They won the pistol, they won the follow-up, and then lost 4 in a row, which a lot of them were gun rounds. They were very close 1v1s as well, and you know, some of them, you just imagine if Rocket was able to convert in some of those 1v1 situations, how things could even look further past that. But of course, you know, still gonna be able to at least secure the tied half. If not, when that also sounds a little bit weird too, you know, 6-6 tied half instead of the old 8-7.
It's so bizarre to think about. Yeah. Not having a half advantage. Not having odd rounds. Just don't feel right. Doesn't feel natural.
Running in backwards towards the middle here. That's one way to do it. He takes a lot of damage though, and Rocket, they kind of poke and prod like they're going to be fast towards middle, but the end goal is towards that A side, and we'll see if they're prepared here on the defense to work with this.
Molotov's a little deep. Keep some of the peaks out. But odd to see that flashbang. Bit of a paper tiger. Nade back in, love it. Trying to go for the peak. Didn't quite give them perfect vision, but it did stall this out a little bit. Problem is Nade's back the other way. Well, they find Shane. Spam. Look for the info again. A dare. Where's that shot from? That was a boost up. Boost up over in CT. This is shaky now. They know he's here. They know he's here. Marcus dancing with danger, but they don't realize he's stuck around still. P90. Be able to make it work. It's all on a Project 90, and he's not got 90 HP. So Nero puts him down 7 rounds to send us to the half. And we're back in on the fun. Badass Gaming, Rocket. 2-round lead here for Rocket as they shift over to the CT side. This is their map pick. Looking all right so far, but nothing commanding. In towards the site. Rinse repeat of the first half pistol. Except this time we've got a player in cave and no casualties just yet. No deep smoke. Oh, there was. It missed. They missed the smoke, Cole.
Oh, yeah, I see it on the left there. Oh, no, that's a big problem. They're going to have to brute force their way on through this one here. And Shane does start to fight away and find a way through this round. But they've lost so many numbers already in trying to fight for this control. There's a smoke on top of the bomb, and the bomb is planted for them fully. But Project 90
What?
finds all the kills right there while they're defusing and saves them the struggle in this round here. A missed smoke, yes, but a round converted still.
What? Wasn't his
said it.
smoke.
It's going to be chaos.
That's gotta be so frustrating if you're Rocket. You're like, all right, we got this. We got the numbers. We're gonna get on the defuse. There's nothing we can. Oh, we're all dead.
And we're
That's
gone.
a big one. That's a big coup for Badass. Big playthrough from P90. Big project. I wonder how he's feeling about his namesake gun in this game.
Pretty good. I've been destroyed by the P90 a couple of times.
It's not bad. I think anything that benefits from the old Ferrari Pete meta definitely gonna help you out.
Running and gunning. It's huge.
Just pre-fire and swing, folks. Pre-fire and swing.
Go get it. It's guaranteed method of success right there. See, that definitely necessary over in towards cave, in which, ooh, a little shadow advantage. I wonder how much shadow you can see on the CT side. I imagine that's quite a bit there. As you can see, those dim lights really give up your position quite a bit. But it's just met by a smoke there as soon as they take some contact, and we'll see for how long Rocket can set this hesitation in. That's a key detail. Did he really move inside of his smoke to take cave control back? They're going to completely clear this, and hearing pitter patter here. It's a nice quick kill, but snap down to 1 HP. Doesn't give a chance for the trade. Doesn't spot out the second player.
Oh, the chase. They know. He goes, I dinked him. I dinked him. How is that not a kill? Trying to chase it. Trying to get that last little bullet of damage. And it's actually going to be Frankie. Instead, now this is getting very dangerous. Ooh, getting a little scary, but Project 90, again, taking command. Ooh, and they will just be able to limp out of the round.
That second shot right there onto Nero was sick. He didn't have a chance there to fire away any more shots right there. Nero was actually doing so much work with that scout, just tapping it away. There's a couple low HP bars he was taking care of as well, so if Project 90 doesn't find that second kill, he probably just let that round slip. The rotations come through in support, so fantastic work right there from him. That's sharp shooting. And it's going to put them onto a great opportunity here. The chance to get themselves off to that 0-3 start in MR12. Something you would dream of. But we didn't get this situation where both pistols, which is nice. I know people would probably, our players would probably complain about that quite a bit when it comes out. So we split it right down the middle.
Just be better at pistol.
Yeah.
Forehead.
Just headshot.
Headshot. Just click heads.
I've switched to the P2000 and 2. I feel like that's the move.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I just don't know that I can ever get away from how crispy a USB headshot feels.
I'd switch back at some point. Just giving it a try.
It might be the meta. I don't know. I just, you know, I think the P2K is honestly objectively better than the USB in a lot of situations, just for the extra ammo. It's just never going to feel as good.
Yeah, something about it in 2, I feel like I get more kills spamming the gun. I never really spam pistols in Go, but in CS2, I feel like you kind of just hold mouse 1 as much as possible in pistol rounds, and it's working. It's working so far.
Never let go. Never let go. Mouse 1. Keep tapping. Interesting that we get a full 5-man save in this round where they've just got the pistols. I guess trying to deny kill reward as much as anything. Gonna be a bunny the next, presumably coming through from Rocket, so They're hoping someone's going to come hunting and gift them a little gun to take out of it, but Badass will not overextend.
As we said before here, I mean, every round with the MR12 is going to be all the more important. So, like you said, yeah, I think we might see teams take these rounds even more seriously than prior, where they might go for gamble stacks. Again, kill reward is a big deal here. You want to keep your T side economy as quiet as possible if you're on the defense, and certainly taking it serious here right now. Rocket, another timeout called here. Only one left remaining. This is their map pick. They don't want things to go, south here on their own map pick. Heading into Vertigo thereafter for Badass.
Quite a start to this round. But I mean, we just haven't had a hit 15 seconds in. With the guns out. On the Rocket side, there is cause for concern. Nero going to strike first. Oh, actually, Marcus coming through. Getting it done. What's Elk got? Oh, just on the edge of smoke. That almost looked like it could have been a spot, but smoke does cover it for the moment, and someone's gonna have to retrieve the bomb from elbow. If Derek goes down here in mid, this could be really bad, because even just getting back to the C4 is gonna be a real challenge. There we see the Dota player activate. Now, I mean, there's just not much Frankie can do about this, right? Minute, he's got to go back and face so much, and he just no way he's winning that duel.
That's some really good heads-up coverage right there from Elk. As his teammate scales up, he was kind of vulnerable to the donut peak, but Elk has his teammates back as he scales and instantly dismisses any sort of presence right there. Is great work, a great round from Elk, just securing the tag right there. We'll see if he can continue that here. Of course, again, there's another gun round that they have to chew through, so with a couple kills, they hit the magic number of 3 on that CT side. If you take down 3, you force some more reinvestments, and this is where you can get caught into a tough trap here, being very broke here if you're not careful. Look at the utility damage so early. There's a healthy chunk off of 3 players. For more down aggression there. That MP9 can chew through those low HP bars there. As you can see, Elk trying to get some jumping kills in the mix. And Dare will fall frustrated. We only have a quarter for Shane and Snab as well, but at least Frankie goes back.
That was ambitious from Elk.
Repeat.
I know it's a bit of a wide swing meta, but the slow walk around the box is maybe he thought that smoke was given a little bit more cover. Nero, though, all right, with the big green, gonna make this happen. Okay, all right, the slow peaks are working out. Indeed, it comes down to the clutch, but jumping up, Droid will take advantage of that momentary reset of aim and bring his team into the lead.
Wow. That's just a brute force round right there.
Yeah, brute force is one word. Chaos incarnate. Just everyone fighting.
That's exactly what we were gonna get out of these two teams. You wouldn't have it any other way. With these,
I'm really curious how much that's just going to be the norm in CS2 early on. Well, teams figure out the balance of the mechanics. How much of these sort of brute force rounds we're going to get?
Yeah, I mean, it probably isn't, especially like these two teams in particular, but any teams, there's not a lot of clear scrim opportunity, things like that just yet. I mean, it's been out for a couple weeks nowadays, or all week, so...
Has it only been that?
It's only been that week and some change, but yeah, it's definitely fresh, and it's gonna lead to a lot of funny business, a lot of chaotic rounds there. I think a lot of mistakes that we will see cleaned up in the future, especially like this game is also getting updates like every day. So
yeah, we have seen a lot of shifts. I think a lot of has been made about this in the community, but this doesn't really feel like a full release. I know it's been said to be. Was that Droid? That was spam through the cave.
Yeah, he was just shooting.
All right, sure. I gotta learn that line.
No vulnerability to the pistol, so you're just guaranteed at least success, at least damage right there. And in this case, kills.
Wild.
Yeah, I saw you were playing Cave today. You learned those lineups. You can do some big damage, especially in your matchmaking games, I feel like.
Gonna have to be it. Gonna have to be it. That's the only way.
Elk's AFK.
If they can't shoot back, I might win my duels.
We had Elk AFK at the start of this round.
Remember, folks, just abuse wall bangs so they're not allowed to shoot. Look at this double A push. Look at this aggression.
Oh.
Mark is taking point here. They have no idea. They have no idea. Oh my god. There we go. 2 kills in. I was gonna say if they somehow fumble this, that would be madness. And indeed they do. Frankie, unexpected in that angle. Talk about a chaotic round again. Just bops him on the head for 2. So now, 1 player towards either side. You need a big play from Elk if this round's gonna happen for Rocket.
See what he can bring to the table here. Smoke goes down and towards the short side. That's going to keep him completely nullified, as well as the long side smoke. So, oh wait, no, there's no smoke there that's landed. He has a chance to work here. HE and the chase down is coming through. Just can't connect it. You're left. You're a little too far removed. Actually, I don't even know if he ever really wanted to make that happen.
No. No chance, right? Chill out. See if you can take that gun forward. What are they at on the eco? Troy and Marcus probably get something scraped together here. Yeah, I mean, there might be a buy around this. It could also be one of those old halfies.
Yeah. I can't lie, though, right now. I'll say this much here. This game is given overtime. I'll just say that. And if we get overtime for my first game of CS2, oh, and the chase is successful. If we get overtime for my first game of CS2, and we're right back to MR16, what would that? That'd just be insane.
That's a little bit of an undisciplined hunt there from Aleph as well. I guess I can understand with it being this close, maybe want to take an extra gun out, but I mean, now look at what you got. What do you got? You got nothing. You got nothing.
It's a cheeky half buy.
Oh, Nero goes all the way in.
We got duels.
Nero, you could still sell. You could sell them back.
Did he full force? Oh yeah, he went.
He did.
Broke. I think he's walking back to Silk. Oh no, that's droid walking back to spawn. I am very confused.
Okay, stack.
We have to duel these on a round where these players have Kevlar, head Kevlar specifically.
You better be real precise with both those pistols.
They are in the right spot right now.
Well, they are, except that if this is a straightforward B take. I mean, it doesn't matter how many players you have in K, right? You do not have the spam penetration to do anything about it. Maybe they overlooked the fact that there's 2 players here late round. But this bomb's getting planted. Can't say I fancy the chances to do anything with this.
If Nero can save, or he needs an exit, right? They need a rifle here as well. Otherwise,
yeah.
If he saves, he can get an MP9 in the next.
He just sticks on the Deeg, right? Put some utility around it.
Oh,
he's gonna try and play for 1. Aleph is also sticking around. No, there's gonna be a path out of this now.
What is Nero gonna do next round is the question. Auto shotty in cave?
A classic. Does Aleph live? I'm gonna go with...
Good.
Okay,
Safe.
alright. Half damage.
He's so far away too, it's crazy. This map Inferno, I'm a little bit sad not to see an Inferno game played out. With all the changes, it's a very fresh map. And yeah, that's not the auto shot. He didn't even have money for that. He goes for the Mag 7.
Oh, alright. A classic. Sells it. Says, you know what? SMG it is. MP9.
Dang it.
It's not about it. Not about the shoddy. But here's the real question. He didn't even, he didn't pick up the flash. I thought that would sell to buy a flash, but no, he just wants to fight.
He's going in this round. He's either
shot.
going to die early or find a kill and win his team the round is his thinking.
Well, die early is the answer. A dink at least. He flipped the coin. The coin did not favor him.
except that 50-50 right there was more like a 75-25, and I guess that is kind of the risk that you have to take there when you go for the 4 spies. You don't have the best weaponry, you only got an MP9. You walk into those walls there, now they're going to try their luck over to Jason. It's very explosive right now from Badass. They certainly caught them off foot right now. Rocket, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea to just call it a save here, especially if you can't do anything from this temple position.
Gotta be. Backing off of it. Backing right off it. That spam is as much about slowing down their hunt as it is about finding any actual damage. Tough spot to be here for Rocky. You've now lost control of the game at a critical juncture on your map pick. Badass sliding into control, sliding to command. You lose another body. Well worth throwing the guns away here for Badass if they can just take one more out of the hand of the CTs. This is going to be desperate. This next round. No survival there for Aleph. Just Elk limping through in the cave with a FAMAS of all things. And now a terrible decision has to be made. Do you try and force it in here? Aleph thinks so. They're going to follow him?
Nope.
He can still sell. Nope, he sold it.
I love
Marcus is now bought in. He sold it.
I love this so much. I love
this. This is the joy of CS2.
Oh, it's
I feel
so
like
great.
We need a stock ticker, you know, so we could do like the Mad Money thing.
That would be so good.
Yeah, they're going in. They're gonna buy. They're gonna force. Nope, they're not forcing. They're selling. They're selling. Selling. Buy stocks. Buy. Up, down. Up, down. Up. They're saving. This is kind of the worst of both worlds. Couple players invested in.
Dualies. The dualies are so they're bad versus Kevlar.
They're atrocious. Oh yeah, buy a P250.
This isn't a CS2 thing. Like, are they in style nowadays? Like, I know you're good for the pistol there. Elky's good for one, but the dualies are catching me off guard right now. Like, I haven't seen those brought out there. New hip trend.
New hip trend. I don't think it's going to be catching on based on the success we've seen with them so far.
Just getting no damage so far. I don't think they've landed a single shot.
He's trying to make it happen.
Skill issue, but also
it's not going to happen.
Not the best tool.
If they go A, we do have Nero here in the tree. Noted tree hugger Nero. Ready to pull off a deagle play. Feels like this is going to be a clip. Smoking towards donut. He knows they're coming. It's telegraphed, but, well, nice double swing. Good way to clear that. The one position that really could have caused them problems, and they're prepared for it. So, this round looking done. Droid able to retrieve an AK at least. They need anything that they can find, frankly.
Yeah, it was a pretty big half buy there, so like you said, if they can walk away with anything here, that'd be nice. And the AK is certainly going to help out their economy this round. It's another nice kill, but they're going to stick around, and I think Droid's going to get...
Yeah, just no way out of that. No way out of that. So, I mean, look at what's available. There's, yeah, cash. It's not great. Far from it. Utility's going to be limited. You're not going to have the big green unless Elk decides to glass cannon this. There's big problems here as Badass Gaming look to put this away, look to snatch their opponent's map pick and shuffle us on over to Vertigo.
Well, they'll be heading into their own map pick. They even call a timeout last round here just to put the extra pressure on Rocket. Let them mull it over. Let them know the position that they're in right now. That they're about to lose their map pick and hop into the second map here, where I imagine, you know, we do see some strategy, some new tactics brought out here on Vertigo.
I do have to say, this is one game where I would love to see the chat logs. Just because of that aforementioned history between the teams.
Yeah. Not a lot of like BM, no body spamming. I was expecting to see some bodies being shot, so you know, I
maybe the beef is squashed.
Yeah, that this was going to be like a grudge match of the century here, but it kind of feels like it's pretty tame so far. Of course, so yeah, we don't hear the or we don't see the chat. Would be fun though.
Would be. Would be. Heavy presence in towards mid for Rocket this time. Maybe anticipating a bit of a faster play there. Got Aleph in the corner. Now they back away. Got the deep cave position. Droid trying to get away with some spam, but this time not connecting. Elk finds out where they are the hard way. Peeks into 4. Down for the count he goes. Bomb will be following him into the planted position, and this is a brutal retake. You're locked in cave. You're locked back in CT. How are you going to make this happen if you're Rocket? The only utility's on Marcus, who's now dead. So his utility is gone. Frankie's taking the initiative. 2 players down. This one's looking done. If they don't give them the fights, there should be no way back in. But Nero's praying, begging that someone will just give him a peek, and it's going to happen, but a little too late. All on to Droid. His chances slipping through his fingers like so many grains of sand, and they will all peak to put an end to this. Badass Gaming taking map number 1, 13-10, snatching their opponent's map pick, and doing it the hard way, right? Doing it on the T side.
Yeah, that's a great result right there coming through. I mean, again, it felt like it was a very much so back and forth game until Badass were able to take that.